What's going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets. We are back at it, fresh off of a Rory repeat of the Masters. So kudos to him. Kudos to the Masters once again. Phenomenal tournament. Teaser, we had a sweat. We had a hell of a sweat. And we both were on Cam Young. I had a Justin Rose. And just came up a little bit short there. What do you think about the end of the Masters there?
Yeah, it was a tough. I was excited going into Sunday. I thought we were going to do it. I thought Cam Young had a chance, man. And after Rory three-putted 4, I was like, it's getting real and real. I didn't think Rory was going to do it. And then just like I think the couple shots that got him was the one on 7 with the wedge, missed the green, could have easily birdied. And then, of course, one on 9 where he just missed that huge fairway where everyone just bombs at 360 and makes birdie after the. So it was just a couple. I mean, it just came down to it wasn't his day. Didn't make any putts as we normally see Cam Young this year. Kind of went back to the old Cam Young putter. Obviously, when we're on him, that has to happen. But yeah, it kind of sucks because Rory didn't play well at all. I don't think. Just short game kind of bailed him out. Maybe it helps when you play Augusta the last 60 days of your life. So. Played it for about 2 months straight there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sad. But I mean, I know even for you, Rose was probably even worse, honestly, because he pretty much had it in hand going into Amen corner and kind of just forgot how to hit it iron from there. So,
I mean,
I guess we moved. Congrats to, yeah.
I mean, we were talking in the Discord, and I had multiple people ask me, "Who do you think's going to win this? Who do you think's going to win this?" I was like, guys, do Justin Rose. I like Justin Rose. Put a future on him. Come on, go on the outrights. Let's go. And I had Cam Young, and Cam started off so bad. I'm just like, oh, God. He was +4 after like 7 holes. It was just a joke. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, Cam's gone. Rose gets up there after day one. I'm like, okay, Rose is going to be solid. He's going to be there. And then Cam Young just shoots up the board. And then obviously Rory goes off, has a huge lead. And then Saturday happened. That was cinema on Saturday. I mean, awesome, they set that up perfectly. We're like, hey, we're gonna make everything gettable, and hopefully somebody can get up to Rory, and Rory, kind of chokes, and it set up perfectly for an awesome Sunday. And then, of course, Rory makes, I think, the best shot of his career almost was on 12, where he just basically was like, step on everybody's throat and said, okay, this is my tournament. Sorry, guys. I let you guys have a little bit of fun, but yeah. So congrats to Rory. Huge monkey off his back last year, and then just to repeat is absolutely legendary. Crazy. Really, it's really it's historic what the hell we just watched. So, but yeah, just stings on the betting side when you have Rose and Cam Young. You're thinking you're going to get one of those two. If you told me one of those two, even both had a 2-stroke lead on Sunday, I'm telling you, hell yeah, let's put 100 on them. They're going to win, right? Yep. Yeah. Oh, unfortunate. But that's betting for you. I thought we made a hell of great reads, and we were all over the Masters on that front. Matchups were a little difficult because I think from day to day, people are a little bit inconsistent. But
they were tough. Yeah, a lot of the round stuff was tough for some reason. It was interesting too how a lot of people were complaining how they set up the course after day one, but I guess they kind of made it a little easier after that when they watered the greens and stuff. But overall, it was a good Masters. I know people on Sunday too, the CBS broadcast kind of botched it at the end there. If you saw that, just missing a couple shots down the stretch there. But overall, obviously the Masters app's always good to come back to every year. Just one of the best apps ever created. So
two gripes with the broadcast were we missed several of like Scotty birdie putts on Sunday, and we missed several just like key moments. And you're sitting there on 18, you have no clue where either one of the guys' balls are at, and it's just insane to me on that. But then the second one, it's just everything was delayed. And I know I've watched Sunday. I watch golf all the time. I know it's slightly delayed, but that was. I would check the ESPN app. I would check the ESPN app, and I would be like, oh, damn, Burns doubled or bogeyed or whatever. And I'm like, he's in the fairway when I'm on on the broadcast. So I thought the delay was very, very off. And
It was
then
about 10 minutes, the delay. People were saying, like, someone would birdie and you would see it
it was like giving Nance time to
Yeah.
tee up something, which was just, I don't know, it just felt super, super staged,
weird.
which maybe it's like that all the time with the Masters, but for whatever reason, it just felt a little bit more, staged on that front. So only my two gripes. Obviously, I'd watch the Masters day in and day out. So that's the end of my TED Talk there.
Yeah.
All right. So we got the RBC Heritage, the forgotten tournament usually after the Masters. However, recent was it a couple years, they've made this a signature event, get some more headlines here, and this is probably the best tournament they've ever had here with, I think, I don't know, 25 plus of the top 30 players playing. So only people that aren't, I think Rory and Hideki aren't playing, I think. Is that right? Something like that.
Yeah, obviously Rory skipping.
But yeah, so loaded field, plenty more opportunities. First, before we jump in, shout out to Kentown. Absolutely was on fire this weekend with the home run plays. Had I think he hit three home run plays and hit a K parlay as well. I think he made like $20,000. It was insane. So yeah, that's just the variance of MLB betting. So shout out to Kentown. Join the Discord below if you guys want more of his plays. MLB, Pandas holding it down with NBA and MLB as well. We got the golf. We got Haldir doing I think that's how you say his name. I never know. But he rolls with the NHL. So we got a hell of a group. We are, and we're cruising along and making the Discord a lot of money. So make sure you guys check us out. Shout out to the Sharp Bros out there. All right. RBC, take it away, teaser. Tell us what we need to know attribute-wise, course-wise. And I believe we have boots on the ground this week, right?
Yeah. So I'll be tomorrow doing the pro-am. I'll be caddying in the pro-am. So hopefully get a few guys. Gonna see how they're playing and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
We got a
So
caddy.
I don't know about
who else has a caddy on their show.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be my first time doing that. So hopefully I get a few good guys. I know it's a pretty good field, so I assume I'll get someone good. Hopefully someone, get to see some guys practice and stuff, and then I'll be going Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, I'll be giving some feedback on Twitter tomorrow night, seeing what I saw during practice rounds and stuff like that. So tune into that at Teaser Nation. I'll put a thread, see, kind of show or talk about what I saw. So just diving in. I know I've been to this course a lot in the past, so I kind of know it pretty well. It's pretty straightforward course, handicapping wise. Course history is pretty key here. Now with the bigger field, a lot of the guys who play well here come back every year. And also obviously a strong field. So it's a fun finish usually on Sundays. So positional course, again, kind of just like TPC Sawgrass. TPC River Highlands is another good one. Driving accuracy here is pretty much the main thing with irons as well. Obviously JT last year was kind of an outlier. He kind of was spraying all over the place and still ended up winning just because he kind of went low one round, but kind of need to hit fairways here. Pretty much target golf. You'll see a lot of guys on like the shorter hitters this week. So like you'll see a lot of people on Harmon and all that. A couple guys. I mean, really anyone can contend here. Yeah. There's 18 players with multiple T15 finish, just to name a few. The last 5 years, top 15 finishes. Cantley, obviously you'll see him a lot. Morikawa, who played well last week. Just to kind of talk about him, looked like he was an old man picking up his tee after every drive. So crazy top 10 by him. It was, he felt like he had like a grade 3 strain or something in the back every time he went to go pick up his ball. So yeah. So I think he's going to be playing this week. I don't know if he's going to tough it out or maybe withdraw. Probably would be a little cautious about that. But obviously Scheffler plays well here. Thigala is another one. Russ is going to be another big name this week. Lowry, Fitzpatrick, McNeely, Spieth, Burns, and obviously JT Poston, one of the courses he plays well at. So key stats would be approach, around the greens, and fairways gained. So just to kind of sum it up.
Distance is not that big of a deal here, right? It's more
Not
of
at
a
all.
yeah. Approach, ball striking, and then around the green is huge too. So make sure you guys are on those key attributes there. The highest owned golfers for DFS. Here's top 5, and that's Xander, Fitzy, Cam Young, Scotty,
Wow.
Henley, and Ludwig. So those, I mean, you're going to see those names obviously all everywhere you look this week.
Yeah.
Siwoo Kim is another popular name. Bobby Mack, even though he was atrocious this past weekend, he's still gaining some ownership, which is kind of surprising to me. But overall, let's go right to the outright board here. You got Scotty at plus 385. Kudos to Scotty. I mean, that guy had a terrible, terrible Friday, and then had a legendary weekend.
Yeah.
Downright almost forced a playoff. If that would have been a Rory Scotty playoff, the whole golf universe would have went insane.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would have been cool.
That I think everybody was wishing for it, especially when Rory went way right off the tee, off 18. That we were like, okay, here we go. Yeah, that would have been cinema. I mean, I think everybody at the Masters was like, please God, let that happen. So, but nonetheless, I mean, Scotty at plus 385. Obviously, if you guys have been on the show, we usually don't take that. Or what are you doing with Scotty this week? You just think he's going to run away with it? He's kind of got his groove now.
Yeah, I think on MGM you can get 400, and then I think they do boosts and stuff. So I think you can get around like 550, maybe 6. So like I personally might try to do that. It's either for me, I'm stuck between 2 methods, either single bullet Scotty this week, or just do like 3 or 4 guys who have good course history, obviously, or like in the mid to kind of lower tier. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, I feel something with him this week. It looks like he's kind of back with the irons, strokes gained total. The last like 16 rounds, he's won. I mean, he's pretty third in the model this week, but around the greens, he's been amazing. Ball striking's been somewhat back, and obviously off the tee as well. So just given that weekend, I know a lot of people might be kind of back on him and stuff, but just bogey free at Augusta there means you're doing something right for 2 days. So I think he looks like he's back, and I don't think there's going to be really a Masters hangover because we've obviously seen him win here before or right after. So
right. I mean, single bullet, that'd be a first there for the stream if you went single bullet there. So shout out boy Scotty's plan.
Yeah.
The cover boy Fitzy makes obviously a ton of sense. I feel like I could have cut this show in, basically in half, or just said, hey, let's just say these 3 guys' names and be done. And that would have been
pretty much
Fitzy, Spieth, and Cantlay. You can just bet one of those 3 and hope that they win. Those 3, course history wise, phenomenal. Usually they're 3 that I take here, and I just kind of hope for the best. But Fitzy makes tons of sense. I don't think he was that sharp this past weekend. He kind of fell off on the weekend. Had a good run for it Thursday and Friday. So I know he's the cover boy. I just had to pick between one of those 3, and I don't think I had Fitzy on there for a while. So I don't know if I'm going to get to him, but I still like him if you're playing DFS. He was in my cash lineup last week, so he was the most mispriced golfer, I thought, at 8,700. Him and Cam Young. But then you got Xander, Cam, Henley, Fleetwood rounded out to like 15 to 20 to 1. And he had one of those guys you like?
The Russ, obviously he's going to be popular after the weekend he had last week, but I don't think there's a world I can take the 18 to 1 on Russ Henley. No. Cam Young's not really too intriguing for me, obviously at 18 to 1. Really, it's just, I mean, Xander either, it's a tough number, but I think for him, man, it's bound to happen. I think the win's coming soon. I don't know if it's going to be this week, but I think it's close. Obviously, I know you had him top 10 at the Masters, which he obviously backdoored. It's just easy money. It looked like he wasn't going to do it for a second, and then he just was like, "Oh, I'm out of contention. Let me go off on Sunday," like him and Cantlay love to do. So
Cantlay, man. Oh my God. That Saturday and Sunday, I was just like,
yeah,
I don't think I don't know if I think he had one bogey maybe. They're out. I mean, there
yeah,
was one or
he
two
looked good
bogeys.
too. Just a nice non-contention, good finish. But
Yeah.
with Xander, it was just a couple.
That makes you want to bet him and then you'd lose money on him for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to do that with Cantley this week, but yeah, with Xander, it kind of makes sense because he kind of lost everything last week on the greens. A couple bad three putts and a couple bad holes. It's just a couple bad holes that kind of stop him, or it's really just one round that's stopping him from winning right now. He was
I mean, just
bad around the greens and putting. He literally gained 3 strokes more than Scotty last week ball striking. So like the ball striking's there. It's just kind of a matter of if he's going to make putts for you. So
man, I probably should just take $100 and throw it on his top 10 again at plus 130. So just do that.
probably will.
I mean, that's 4 out of his last 5
Yeah,
tournaments. He's
so-
top 10. So let's just do it again with a more crowded field, but obviously he's top of the pack for a reason. So Xander top 10 makes a lot of sense there.
Yeah.
I do like Henley. I thought Fleetwood is a good one to have a bounce back. I thought he hit it better than his score. He just faded at the end. He just had a bad Sunday for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if he just missed some putts. I didn't get to see too much of his round, but overall, I think he's striping it well. Just unlucky there at Augusta. Ludwig missed the cut, right?
Oh, he made it. He actually went. He was going pretty good on Sunday, but yeah, I think he came like right outside the top 20. Yeah, he came up there a little bit. Yeah,
because he was terrible there for a stretch.
Yeah,
but I don't like him really at 21. You got Morikawa at 24, Cantlay at 25. Such a crazy number. Siwoo, Bobby Mack, and but Spieth at 30-1, I think screams to me again. I know I was on him last week, but if you watched his rounds, he was hitting the shit out of the ball. I mean, everyone liked the whole Spieth at the Masters. You always say it. I've been prepping that for weeks now, and I thought he could have won. He just could not sink a putt to save his life, which is so unlike Jordan. I think on Saturday he missed like 14 chances within 12 feet, 10. I think 10 chances within 7 feet or something like that. Or no, 10 chances within 12 feet. It was like something insane where I was like, man, if he makes half of those, he's right there with Rory because he was, I think, 5 or 6 strokes back. So unlucky for Jordan. I'm totally fine with going back to him this week at 30-1. I think last week was 43-1 I got. All right, no, I got 50-1 last week on Bet 365. So like Spieth, Hovland had a hell of a Sunday, so I think he's going to be pretty popular. Burnsy, 35-1. That was we said this on air last week. We were like, we quickly denounced Burns, and then we were both like, he's going to be up there. Since you're off him, no one was on him. Like, this is totally Burnsy, and then he's almost in the final group. I'm like, God dang it, Burns always does it. So anybody in that mid tier range, 20 to 30 range, pop out to you?
Yeah, I think Spieth for sure. It's either going to be Scheffler and Spieth or like something like that. But yeah, just him saying he's hitting it the best he's really ever hit it, and then really just not making putts. I mean, that can always change in 1 week. Just hope for a nice spike putting week. Just kind of know that he's struggling with it, but hopefully if he keeps hitting it well around here, you should give yourself plenty of opportunities. But yeah, ball striking was there. Tee to green was great last week, but another guy, I think it's tough. I don't know what I'm going to do with Bridgman yet this week, but he kind of a guy that pops out at 45-1. And then I think we talked about McNeely a bit at 33-1. He's going to be popular here. I think he has pretty
37
good
on DK,
yeah, so that's better there. Got an 18th last week, 21st at Valero, 3rd here last year, 7th the year before. So another guy who kind of likes his place a lot. It's really just the putting, I think, with him. I think he can just get a hot putter.
Yeah, I was going to mention McNeely for sure because he was just around at the Masters, but he didn't necessarily, he wasn't too loud, but Still played solid golf. The Knapp, don't hate it this week for Jake Knapp. Just doesn't seem too much like a Knapp course. But I do like him if you want to have a little bit contrarian there on DFS. I'll back you up with Bridgman. I'm trying to figure out what he did last week. So he tailed.
Bad. Faded on
241.
Sunday. Yeah.
He faded,
Yeah.
But he's still in pretty good recent form. That was his first time at the Masters, I believe.
Yeah.
So
not bad, yeah.
Made the cut. He also has T8 first, T18, T5, 14th, 41st. I mean, good form. Short game is there. And for him to lose strokes putting basically shows his inexperience there at Augusta. So don't read too much into that putting. I think 45-1 is very solid on Bridgman. The guy I'm looking at probably going to put an outright on him. I know we talked earlier, doesn't make too much sense, kind of like the Jake Knapp, but Chris Goddard at 53-1 just kind of makes zero sense to me. With first time playing at Augusta, he shoots T24 and loses slight strokes putting, and everything else is above. So I think he's playing very, very good golf. And I know I'm sure distance doesn't hurt you at this course. So yeah, if he does and he's accurate, I think he could go ahead and stripe with the best of them. So I think that this number is way off. I think it's the craziest number on the board this week. Maybe like a Morikawa back earlier this season, where 53-1, you're getting a pretty good discount on Goddard. What are you feeling on him this week?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like Rio is right there with him at the same number, which is, I mean, one way or another, that's got to be a misprice. I don't know if it's Goddard too low or Rio too high, but yeah, I mean, Goddard at 55 is pretty interesting. I'm not sure like what's up with that number, but I don't mind him. I don't know if he's played here before. Maybe that's why, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, this is kind of obviously it is a course history, but maybe you never know. He could like this course fit his eye a little bit, but Rio's another guy I might kind of look at. I don't know to win in a field like this, but definitely like a top 10 or top 20 on him. Just playing pretty good golf. Doesn't do much on Sunday, so obviously wouldn't take that outright, but he's looking good approach-wise. I think he got a T18 here last year, and this should kind of fit his eye. And then really just last guy in that range, you're going to probably see a lot of them this week is Brian Harmon. I know in FanDuel he's 60, but I think he's gaining. He might be higher.
He's 96-1 on DK.
Yeah, that's
what is he on FanDuel?
He's 60 on FanDuel.
What the hell?
That makes no sense. So yeah, I'm gonna need someone to put that in for DraftKings. Can't do it here, but yeah, he's kind of gaining some form. I would say a little bit. 11th at the Players, 39th at Valero, 33rd last week, but he kind of was like gonna miss the cut, and he just rattled off like 5 straight birdies to make it. But I mean, he's kind of trending. Obviously, 60-1 is definitely not a good number, but I probably will sprinkle 96 just because he does play well here. Small, like last year, 3rd, 12th, 7th. So 3 top 10 or 3 top 15s in his last 3 starts here. So it's going to be there, and just a matter of if he can kind of finish it over the weekend. But
yeah, the farther I get down, so I'm totally fine with Harmon. I don't really like too many people in the 60. I mean, Batia, a lot of people are going to be off if you wanted to have like a good little bounce back DFS play there. Thigala makes sense at 78-1. What? I got Rio at 88-1. I think.
Okay. Yeah, FanDuel just sucks then. I can't. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, Rio's at 88-1.
Okay. Makes more sense.
But then a couple other guys. I can't believe Thorby's 88-1. Damn, that's crazy. I just now looked at that number. Which don't take him, please God, don't take him. He's just not in a good form right now. But that's a crazy number from where he was at earlier on in the year. Berger makes some sense here at 90-1. I think he's got a good track record here as well. Just tough to win. My boy Sungjae, 98-1 makes some sense as well. just throwing out some long shots here.
I would say my favorite would be Poston for sure. Love
Poston,
taking
yeah.
Poston here. I think what he's played here ever since 2017, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 10s. So like this guy is like the course is fit perfectly to his game. Not just putting and wedges, man. He plays well here. So not a top 10, maybe just a stab at an outright too. So
Yep. Other long the longest long shot that I like is Smotherman at 210 to 1. 210 to 1 would be a good number there. But I mean, obviously this one's loaded this week, so don't go too crazy with the long shots. I think as a signature event, you're going to see once again, like a heavy hitter win this one. So don't get too crazy with it. But that was just some of those outrights we got there. Let's do matchups real quick before we get up and out of here. Then you can tell us how everyone is feeling on the course tomorrow.
Yeah. Let me see. I'll try to find some on FanDuel. Okay.
All right. If you want to fade Thorby, just do Thigala over Thorby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going Spieth over Bobby Mack, minus 102. He's not even favored in that matchup. That doesn't make sense.
I love that one.
Yeah.
He is over Goddard up on this one. But yeah, I'll just tail that one because I don't have
DK.
I can't.
Yeah.
They
don't have – what the hell? They don't have DK there? What the hell?
No, I keep trying to put it up, and it's like it takes me to the fantasy. You can't you can't.
Oh, you can do like the pick 6 or something like that.
Yeah,
that's annoying as shit.
Another one, I guess, maybe Poston over Harmon at plus 100. But yeah, that Spieth one sounds great to me because I probably will be on him one way or another. So
yeah, that one makes the most sense. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit more and see if anyone else. Henley Fitzpatrick is great matchup there. You could fade McNeely or fade Knapp and go McNeely minus 116. But no, that Spieth one makes a lot of sense. Maybe we're just reading it wrong with Bobby Mack, but he played horrifically at the Masters. So, all right, Spieth it is. Spieth is my guy, minus 102.
Especially here, it's like, I mean, you know what Spieth's going to give you here, so you might as well just take that advantage on that matchup.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks, I'm going to have outrights on Spieth. That's oof. I didn't know if that was going to happen, but hey, that's what we're going to do.
I think it could be time soon, man. He won here. Last win was here 4 years ago, so.
Come on, get back at it. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get up out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We had a short little session here. I don't even know what the next tournament is, but we'll be back next Tuesday, hopefully fresh off of another outright for the show. Going for our 5th one this year, I think. 4th. I think I got 2. You got 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Plenty more we should have had. I was thinking we hit one last week.
Last one. I thought we had that one of us, but I think we'll get one this week, no matter which way we go. So,
all right. Make sure you guys tune into the Discord. Sharp Bros down in the link below. We'll see you guys outrights out tomorrow night. Otherwise, join the Discord. Get all round by round plays. We'll see you guys.